Good morning. So yesterday we have enjoyed the democratic rights uh, by casting your vote. So that you have to understand certain salient features of right to vote. You know, Ashby versus White, when it was started, when you learn the law of thoughts, damnum sine injuria, doctrine of damnum sine injuria, uh, when Ashby's right to vote was denied, the other side claim was that no loss, even if did not vote, nothing would have. But still, even though there was no loss or uh, any compensation for not having or consequential result, still they say right to vote is a somewhat basic right, human right. Therefore, they have decreed it. That is what most important. Then you see what is election. According to Webster Dictionary, election means an act or process of choosing a person for an office, position, membership or by voting. In the Representation of People Act 1951, the word election defined as election means an election to fill a seat or seats in either House of Parliament or in the House or either House of the Legislature of the State. Section 2B. I do not know whether this was substantially amended so far Panchayat elections are there. Probably since they have constitutionally amended Panchayat Raj chapter, that would be there. Then question arises whether the election right to vote is a fundamental right or not. Practically, it was not fundamental right, but 326, Article 326 says you have got right, constitutional right to register your vote if you attain the age of majority. But if you go and read with section Article 19, right to expression, then they say that is fundamental right. But however, election says includes nomination. Then you see, question, this is not, they say it is neither fundamental right nor common law right, but it is statutory right, or a political right, or privilege, natural and absolute vested right. That's what they say. Then question arises, right to vote PUCL 2003-4 SEC 399 will give a lot of information about the right to vote and right to contest. Then Kuldeep Nair vs Union of India 2006 7 SEC says simple statutory right that can be created, taken away by Parliament, therefore must always subject to statutory limitation. Right to vote, negative vote, that is now denied. Right to negative vote, that is People Union of Civil Liberty, PUCL 2009. Probably that right to negative vote has been denied in these present elections. Then whether the High Court can interfere with elections or not is a very wide subject. Doctrine of causes omissus was also discussed. The question of when you challenge what is candidate. If suppose some other candidate after filing nomination withdraw it, whether he will be a candidate or not, that depends upon your allegations. Suppose after withdrawing his candidature, if he supports anybody, the other candidate who is contesting, then is malpractice as is corrupt practice, you can allege and plead him as necessary party. That judgment is available Sarmant M. Balakrishna versus George Fernandez and others. That's what I said. Who withdraws his candidate cannot be regarded as who was duly nominated the election. It is unnecessary to implement national party. Between candidate for election, candidate at election. That was discussed and later that was then he says a person who was nominated as a candidate but who has withdrawn his candidature within the time prescribed under section 37 is also candidate within the meaning of section 82B of the Act. And if allegations of corrupt practice are made against such person, he is to be joined as respondent. If not joined, the election petition has to be dismissed. Then that was there. So these things are there. To go through all these things. Another thing, this so far these municipal elections are concerned. If you want to challenge, you have to file election petition before the district court, and the election petition should be filed as plaintiff. But it should be in the petition form, just like that we earlier filed before the city civil court for divorce, restitution of conjugal rights, and now before the family court. So that procedure should be followed, means you have to follow all the procedures as we normally follow when we file plaintiff. That means petition form, verification, a list of documents filed under Order 7, Rule 1 CPC, and a list of documents and particulars under Order 6, Rule 14A CPC, verification, everything should be there. So you should also be said that if you want to examine, the list of witnesses should also be there. So most important aspect, I think you have understood it. Best wishes.